I wanted to make a slump video. I wanted to just talk about being in a slump and getting out of it because I feel like I have been in a slump for the last month and a half to 2 months. This is my first full week that I feel like I'm finally coming out of it. And I don't know if it's because the weather has started finally warming up and it's not 30 degrees and raining and dreary, and it's finally so sunny today, and it's making me so excited for summer. So I made a silly little list of things that helped me get out of a slump. None of these things are going to be riveting, groundbreaking, never heard of before things. They're all going to be very simple, easy to do things that you're gonna be like, Angelina, why are you even telling me this? Like, I know. But there are things that really did help me, and I have my handy dandy journal. If anybody grew up watching Blue's Clues, or yes, Blue's Clues, handy dandy notebook. I've laid it out from I don't know how I've laid it out, to be honest, but I laid it out in an order that makes sense to me, so hopefully it will make sense to you. So if I keep looking down, I'm literally keeping myself on track. So I'm gonna first start with mindset, and then I'm gonna start with basic human necessities and essentials, and then silly little things that are probably dumb but actually did help me. The first one is actually something that my grandmother reminded me of, and she always tells me, is that life is a zebra. I know that sounds weird. It's basically how we say this too shall pass and everything is temporary. This is what she means. Life is a zebra. You're walking around life, you're walking through your life, and your white stripe, black stripe, white stripe, black stripe, over and over and over, always changing. Each stripe is slightly different. Each stripe is slightly longer, shorter, thicker, thinner than the others. So that's what she reminded me, that this is life. You are just on a certain stripe. You just need to get off of the stripe. And you can't just tell yourself, oh, this is temporary. You have to actually believe this is just temporary. It's not going to be like that forever. Because that helps me so much, because it makes me feel like if I do nothing at all to get myself out of the slump, I still am going to get out of it, because life is always going to change. So no matter what, it's going to be all good, okay? That's the first. We did that. We know we're in a passing phase. Now let's move into human essentials and necessities. The first is get enough sleep. And I say this as someone who needs so much sleep. I feel like there's something wrong with me, and there's not. I have gotten my blood work done. I am fine, but I do feel like I need more sleep than 7 to 8 hours. I just need more than that. During my slump, I literally felt like a hibernating grizzly bear. I felt like I just wanted to sleep. I would go to sleep feeling so excited to go to sleep, and I would wake up dreading getting out of bed. And it was awful. I never feel that way. But honestly, I do blame winter. There's a reason bears hibernate in the winter. Get enough sleep. Figure out whether you're a morning person. Figure out whether you need to be in bed at 8 to be asleep by 9. Or figure out if 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. is good for you. I don't know. Figure your sleep schedule out. I love waking up early. I know to be a happy camper, I need to be up at 5:30, 6 a.m. At the latest 7. 7 is a sleep in. And I just was not getting up. I was just sleeping, which honestly was probably very needed upon reflection, but get enough sleep, check. Okay, next. When I say this, you are going to be like, are you kidding me? You and literally every single human on this earth says this, but for some reason, I forgot this next point, and it is to drink more water than you think you need. Yeah, because I would go through my day feeling so tired, so hungry, irritable. I was just feeling shriveled up and dry, like a prune. Was I drinking water? No, I completely forgot about water. And I think it's because I carry around my jug of water with me literally everywhere that I feel like I'm good, I'm hydrated, because visually it's like with me all the time. I think consciously making an effort to drink water, and it doesn't have to be like regular water. It can be herbal teas. You can add lemon to your water. It can be coconut water. You can add electrolytes to your water. Like, it doesn't have to be plain and boring. Not going to spend a ton of time on it. Moving on, we're hydrated now. This next one, do not take it out of context. I am not saying it in a toxic way. I'm going to say it as a healthy way. And it's to move even when you don't feel like it. Because I kid you not, for a month and a half, almost 2 months, I did not step foot in my gym, did not step foot in it, because I did not want to go. For some reason, got so sick of being in there, lifting the same weights, doing whatever. And then one day, as in last week, I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm gonna go. Absolutely hated it. Was seriously contemplating, should I cancel my gym membership? So I went again, and then I went again, and then I went for a class, and then I switched it up. The gym that I go to is next to this bridge that goes up to the sunrise in the morning, meaning like when you're there in the morning and you run up towards the bridge, you're running towards the sunrise. So I was like, you know what? Let me change things up. And I stole this idea from my boyfriend. So thank you, Tyler. But I was like, let me start with a run, because I've just been craving like running. This is actually another point to this point. Move the way you want to move. Like, your body will tell you what it wants to do. Doesn't want to go for a walk. Doesn't want to go sit and stretch in a sauna. Doesn't want to go take a class with your friends. Doesn't want to go lift weights. Mine did not and does not want to go lift weights. Maybe I will in my next stripe phase of life. So I did that, and little by little, just forcing myself to show up, not for a long time, 30, 45, 50 minutes, 1 hour, however long I was wanting to be there and happy to be there, started feeling so much better. And I'm now like back to the point where I'm excited to go to the gym, excited to move, just because I tried something new, listened to what I wanted to do. So apparently now I'm a runner. Watch out, Strava. Next one, this one I think had a huge impact on why I was in a slump. I love being outside. I always joke to my friends, I'm so different. I'm not like other girls. I just have to be outside all the time. I think that's like one thing that was seriously getting me down. Like, I felt like I was getting super sad. Could not go outside because, oh, did I mention? I hate being cold. My lips literally turn blue when I get out of the shower if it's too cold. I was just so cold all the time. In the winter, for example, or if you live in a really cold climate, which I don't, I'm just complaining because I'm complaining. Because when you're in a slump, you complain. Strategically going outside, like maybe on a warmer part of the day, or if you're working and you see a pocket of sun come out, like take a 10-minute break, go for a walk. Strategically planning your day to make sure that you're getting outside. Again, going for a run towards the sunrise, looking with your bare eyes into the sunrise, like it does wonders. Piggybacking off of that is plan your day. So if I know that in the morning I have early meetings and then I'm working late, so I'm definitely not going to have time to go to the gym on my lunch break or after work, make sure I'm going to bed early enough to get up early enough to get to the gym early enough. If I need groceries that day, like for a certain dinner or lunch that I'm going to make sure I get everything I need the day before, or carve out time that I know I'll have to go. So just like strategically planning your day. I don't think that has to be a super intricate process. When I was really little, I used to get so excited about the next day that I would ask my mom the night before, like when she would be like, okay, good night, it's time to go to bed. I'd be like, wait, in Russian you say, давай переговоримся, which is like, I don't even know how to say it, but it's like, can we talk about our day tomorrow? And so I just love planning the next day. I love a plan. I love knowing on Saturday I'm gonna go to yoga, I'm gonna see my friends, I'm gonna go for a walk afterwards, I'm gonna make pancakes for breakfast, I'm gonna go to lunch with this person or run errands here. Like, I just love it. Okay, so plan your day. This is another thing that I was feeling so sad about. I was missing my friends, I was missing my family. One day I just invited my friends over and it was so fun. It was such a simple little time, but it reminded me that it's really important for me to have things that I look forward to. Like on Tuesday, I know that we're going to the movies. On Saturday, I know that we have a dinner. Next weekend, I know that we have a wedding. Just little things like that to get you excited, because it's always so nice to either know that you have something really fun coming up or something to plan for, prep for, like just something to look forward to, even as a distraction to distract your brain from the slump you're in. Really quick tangent. There's this book that I read forever ago by Gabby Bernstein that is called, I can't remember, something universe conspire for you. I don't remember, something manifest. Anyway, it says the best way to jump from a really low frequency to a higher one, which a low one is like what I was feeling, like hopelessness, despair, like discouragement, like those are very low. Quickest way and easiest way to jump to a higher one is distraction. So taking your mind off of something quickly to jump to like hope or looking forward to something or joy, like that's a really great way to do it and an easy way to do it that's not too woo-woo, even though, which is funny because that book is super woo-woo. Next one is journal. When I'm really sad, or even when I'm really happy, when I just had a really good week, when I had a really good weekend, when I had a really bad week, for some reason, journaling just turns me right around in the very best way. You can do either like conscious stream of thoughts of don't judge yourself, just let yourself write whatever comes to mind. Or sometimes I'll write out what I'm looking forward to and what I'm really excited about and just like good things that are happening. Like attracts like. So when we think of a like thought, it's going to try to think of more like thoughts to piece those together. Kind of like conversations go. When you're talking with someone about something, the conversation keeps going and you're connecting thoughts onto thoughts onto thoughts. So journaling, super important. Whenever I'm having a bad time, like a hard time, I'll journal what I know to be true. And that is the key word. You have to know it to be true. For example, I'm in sales. So when I'm feeling really down on myself, really discouraged, and I just feel like I'm not doing it, like it's not happening, I will literally sit down at the end of the night and I will journal. Everyone wants to work with me. I am a pleasure to work with. I am easy to work with. I have the best product in my industry. Whatever you have to say, but you have to believe it. You can't say that you're gonna close $1 million worth of business if you know realistically you're not. Make it believable. Journaling, super important. Doesn't have to be every day. Make it a thing. Like whenever you have some time to yourself, light a candle, make a cup of tea, and just journal your thoughts out. Whether it's like I want to write a full page or I want to write for 30 minutes, do it. Super helpful to me. Okay, this next one, I feel like maybe will ruffle feathers. It shouldn't, but it's get outside of yourself, but also kind of get over yourself. Here's what I mean by that. And this is me. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about anyone else. Whenever I am so woe is me focused, that's exactly how I feel. Super woe is me. I could tell you everything going wrong. I could complain about it. I can elaborate on it. I can tell you again from a different angle. I can go on and on and on. But, for example, I teach ballroom at night. To me, that feels like my service. Just because I'm not doing it because it makes me a ton of money or because I have nothing better to do. I do it because it fills me up. I feel so on purpose when I'm at the studio because it is so much fun to be there. A lot of times the people that you're teaching aren't even there to learn to dance. They're there to have a date night with their partner. They're there to learn a new skill. They're there because their work stresses them out. They're there because they just went through a breakup and they want to get their mind off of things and go out and have a fun time dancing. It gets me outside of myself when I'm serving others and helping others. And I love that. For you, it may be to go and volunteer. I feel like that's my volunteer. Even though I am getting paid for it, to me, that is my service time. And maybe that's the wrong way to think about it. Maybe I shouldn't think about it, but that's how I do, and it makes me feel better. So get outside of yourself. Ask someone else how they're feeling. Call your grandmother and check on her and see how she's feeling. Do something for someone who you know could use your help or could use an extra hand. Do it for them, or even just text someone and ask them, how are you feeling today? And it may seem contradictory because you're like, well, if I'm in a slump, I want people to da-da-da-da-da. When you're in a slump, you need to go out and help other people. So get outside of yourself. This one is also gonna be like snooze fest, are you serious? But it's focus on what you can control. For example, I cannot control if I'm not making any sales. What I can do is make sure that I'm putting together the best proposals, that I'm asking for help, that I'm learning better sales and communication strategies, that I am shadowing others and watching how others are doing things, that I'm taking care of myself, that I'm cleaning my house, that I'm doing whatever I need to do, like on deadline. Those are the things that I can control. Outcomes I cannot control. So whenever you accept that, it becomes so much better. Even when you're dealing with an issue, like if you have this one big issue and there's nothing you can do about it, accept the issue and only do things every single day that get you either 1% closer to resolving the issue or alleviate some of suffering, because suffering we can always avoid. Pain is inevitable because, again, to the top of the list, life is a zebra. Some of those stripes are painful. So control what you can. And again, I'm going to piggyback right on to the next point. This is like a personal Angelina favorite. It's declutter something, because boy, do I love to declutter, because that puts it directly in my control. I am in full control of my space. So if I'm feeling like a little bit agitated and a little bit irritated and I'm just feeling like suffocating, oftentimes it has a little bit to do with my physical space and your physical surroundings. There's some kind of scientific connection to your physical space and your internal mindset. How much better do we all feel when we take all the clothes out of your closet, dust off the shelves, clean off the shelves, refold everything, donate some stuff, get rid of some stuff, throw away trash, and put it all back? Completely new mindset. Doing that every once in a while and making a whole day of it, almost romanticizing it, putting on a candle or putting on incense. Or I love to like open my windows when it's really cold. The breeze is coming in. I will open my door onto the balcony. That breeze is coming in, like the candles burning. I have music playing and I'm just culling things, reorganizing things, not condensing things. I can't remember the word for when you combine something so that you can throw something else away. Consolidating things. I love a consolidation. Okay, last thing on the list, I'm going to connect it to everything. And I'm making it sound like it's gonna be so grand. It's just play a new playlist. That's it. I'll tell you what I mean. When I'm just so used to listening to my music, like my music for when I wake up in the morning, my playlist when I'm working out, my playlist when I'm cleaning, whatever. Sometimes that kind of gets repetitive and you get sick of it. But over the last weekend, I just discovered Olivia Dean. So last weekend, again, very riveting stuff. I was playing Olivia Dean radio all weekend. I cannot tell you how fresh, how squeaky clean, how good, like it just felt like Sunday on repeat. For some reason, that radio station just felt like such a good reset, such a like happy, smooth vibe, positive, calm. It just put me in a good headspace and I felt like I could do anything to it. I could make dinner to it, I could clean to it, I could have it on in the background, and that's it. Those are my rapid fire tips for getting out of a slump. If you are in a slump or you've also just recently gotten out of one or are coming out of one, can you tell me your tips in the comments too? Because I want to know. I want to know what other people do to keep them in a good mood or get them out of a bad mood, or to even like stop from catastrophizing, because I do that a lot too. Please give me your tips so I can put them in my pocket for a rainy day because I need them often. Thank y'all so much for listening, for sticking around. Let me know if there's any other videos that I should make or if you have any ideas, and I am so excited to talk to you next time. Bye.